yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Welcome to the motherfucking house. Welcome to the live stream. For the record, family, what is up? What the fuck is up, everybody? How is everybody tonight? What's going on? Let's get some people in this. Come on, you guys in my chat. Say what's up if you're in here. Don't act like a stranger. Goddamn words out of my mind. Don't worry, it's not a beer, it's just Nas. I gotta fucking share this shit now. Yo, Jonathan. What is up, buddy? How's it going? What's up, everybody? Where's everybody at tonight? Y'all know I live stream Mondays. I didn't say I wasn't gonna be here tonight. It's weird. We only got 2 people in the room so far. What's up with that? Nice. That's an actual album that I need to get to. Led Zeppelin 2. I just got done recording my video for tomorrow. I edited a huge ass video today. I've done so much recording, it is ridiculous. I feel like that's all I've done today. And I went to the doctors and got 2 shots. Boo! I feel like no matter how old I get, I still don't like doing that shit. But Led Zeppelin 2, that's a good album, brother. Good job. I like that album myself. I only have Led Zeppelin's first one in Zoso, but I got 2 copies of Zoso. Y'all, make sure to hit that like button. Let's get those likes up. Say what's up if you're in here. What's up, Rosie? How you doing? It's good to see you in here. Cold Chamber, Dark Days. Honestly, it wasn't my favorite album, but to be honest with you, I haven't listened to that album probably like 20 years, so my opinion today could be totally different from 20 years ago. So I can't really comment on it. And there's so much music out there, and I listen to a lot of the same stuff that I listen to. Is my live stream messing up? I see it on there. Like, what's up with that? I see it like spinning. You know what I'm saying? What was up with that? Rosie, how you doing? I don't know why my live stream messes up sometimes. Like the first couple times I did it, was like perfectly fine, but I don't even change anything on there. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps crashing like that. It's so weird. Let me fucking turn off my fucking Wi-Fi on my phone and fucking close all this shit out. Maybe it'll stop fucking crashing. I don't know why it keeps fucking doing that. And it's weird too, because I'm pretty sure my settings are good, but last I knew I set OBS up correctly. And I just uploaded a new video. It's not public yet, but you guys will see it soon enough. And it's a video that you guys asked for, and it was a bitch to edit, just so you know. Buck Cherry, they had that, like, what, one good single? I mean, I didn't hate them, but they're not my favorite. He said it's good and it's hot. Yeah, well, how hot is it over there? I just don't understand why it keeps fucking crashing. It's just bogus to me. How did I get into Marilyn Manson? You really want to hear that story again? So, little me, I was probably about, like, we'll say 6 or 7 years old, sitting on the couch watching TV, you know, like my normal shit I do after school, and maybe even it might have even been a weekend or something, you know, like a Saturday. Go to the store and I go get some fucking buffalo wings and get some Mountain Dew like I always used to do. Shit still hasn't changed much today, but sitting there and I watching MTV, and all of a sudden Sweet Dreams comes on, the music video, and I watched the whole entire thing, and I was like so confused because I had no idea what I just watched, and I don't know why, but I just knew that I liked it and that I loved it. And I kept seeing the music video come up here and there. And then the second time I watched it, my mom comes in. She's like, I don't want you watching this. I was just like, yeah, whatever. Like, I don't care what you say. I'm going to watch it. There's nothing wrong with this music video. And she was like, it's a dude in a dress. It's disgusting. Blah, 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 blah. Like, look at these guys. Like, what the fuck is this? You know, type shit. And pretty much I was just like, okay, Mom, like, I get what you're saying, but just let me watch this. I really like it, and I really want to watch this. So she kind of left me alone, let me watch it, and then I begged her to buy me the cassette tapes for Christmas, along with 2 Manson t-shirts. And once I got Antichrist Superstar and Smells Like Children on cassette tape, my life was never the same, and I was a Manson fan ever since then. And Antichrist Superstar just changed my life like no other. That was like the first cassette tape that I ever like got on my own. Well, I didn't get it on my own, but you know what I mean, like I got myself, that I didn't have to get off like a friend or dub a tape with or whatever. And I had the original of it, and I probably listened to that tape thousands of times. And same thing with Smells Like Children. Like, a lot of people don't count that as an album, but I always have, just because I've always liked it. Like, I can listen to the whole thing front to back, and I have no problem with it. I love that album. It's just the way it is. I love Smells Like Children. It's a great album. Yeah, what's so awesome about it is I would see on TV about all these protests of, like, these Jesus lovers, like, trying to protest against him, saying that he's the devil and blah, 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 and all this, that shit. Trust me, if I could have seen Manson live when I was a kid, when they went on tour for 9 Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral, and Marilyn Manson Antichrist Superstar, which was called the Self-Destruct Tour, I would have been there, because it was probably the best show you could ever go to. And I had friends later on that went to like Manson concerts and shit, but I never got to go because I grew up so fucking poor that like we had to worry about if we was gonna go home, the electric was gonna be on, or if we go home, the phone is still gonna be on. If I go home, is the cable still gonna be on? If I go home, am I gonna be able to eat tonight? You know, I had real life problems. I didn't have the luxury of just going to a concert whenever the fuck I wanted to. So that's why when I went saw him 2 years ago, that meant so much to me, because I wasn't able to go see him when I wanted to. I wasn't able to just go to a concert. I didn't have money. I couldn't go work. Like, I tried earning money. I had to do, like, things as a kid that you probably shouldn't do. I had to steal for the longest time in my life. And I'm to a point now where I don't do that shit. I'm an honest person. I don't steal from anybody. I won't take something that's not mine. Like, I just refuse to. I don't want that shit anymore. I want to work for everything that I got. And honestly, I've loved Nine Inch Nails and Marilyn Manson since I was a little kid. Like, I've always loved them. Especially with, Antichrist Superstar. Like, that honestly changed my life so much that, goddamn, I can't even, like, explain how much that album means to me. I mean, clearly I have, like, 3 copies on vinyl. I got the CD. I have it on my phone. I have it so many different ways. But it's just, it's an amazing album. I love it. And I don't even care. Like, I'll support Manson forever. Like, and just so you all know, if you go to Merchable.com right now, the Smells Like Children is on back order. So I believe, and this is speculation, and you don't have to say that I'm right, because I could be wrong, and I'm admitting that I could be wrong, okay? But right now on Merchable.com, you can go order Smells Like Children on vinyl, and I believe it's going to be official pressing, and I feel like they are going to press all their albums, all Manson's albums again on vinyl. I feel like we are finally going to get them all. I don't know if a box set is actually coming out or not, but normally we were told that there was a box set coming out, and you know, like, that there was a box set that's supposed to come out, and we all knew that the rumor, that's what it was. And I've seen it a lot of times where they'll repress like a whole catalog of somebody's album, and then they'll also put out the box set. Excuse me. So I'm hoping that that's what they're doing, and this is just the first pressing of many to come. And I already pre-ordered it, so when it shows up, I will do a video on it, and I will tell you if it's a real copy or if it's a fake copy. I've never seen anything fake come from Merchable.com. Like, I bought an original Slipknot first self-titled album from them. I remember when those got repressed. I bought a couple different copies just because I knew when they're out of print, I knew I'd be able to sell it, make some money off it, whatever. I did that. Cool. No issues there. I kept my OG copy just because my OG copy means more to me than a newer copy that I can buy in the store any day. And personally, I feel like the OG copy is way better. Yeah, I've never seen them sell any bootlegs, and there's plenty of bootlegs out there that they could be selling, and I highly doubt that they're gonna start selling a Manson Smells Like Children bootleg. Like, I just don't see it. I also did see on, if you go on Amazon.com, they actually do have Smells Like Children, I believe, for pre-order on there too as well. I did Google it. There is other websites that are supposedly going to have it too. So I believe this is going to be a legit copy. I'm not saying that it is, and I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just telling you my beliefs. But like I said, no matter what, when I get that album in, I will do a video on it, and I will show you. And that's one of the albums I did not go pay $500 for, because first of all, it's in one LP. It's a regular tip-on jacket, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing to it. You can go buy a black copy, a black vinyl of the bootleg, which is the exact same thing. It's got the exact same stamper, it's got the exact same cover, the exact same back, has the Simply Vinyl tags all over it, and it sounds good. Like, my copy legit sounds good. Like, I have no problems with my copy. I didn't have to pay an arm and a leg for it. So to me, I mean, hey, you know what I mean? Mob Scene, I have the 7-inch of that, and that sounds fucking phenomenal. Tourniquet, I have the picture disc of that also somewhere. Disposable Teens, I have that single too, but just not on vinyl. Angel with the Scabbed Wings and Great Big White World. Yeah, those are all good songs. Most of my favorite songs are off of Antichrist Superstar. I really like Portrait of American Family. I actually had an extra copy of Portrait of American Family, the CD. It was still wrapped. I didn't even take it out yet because I still have a brand new copy that I just bought myself. I was trying to send it out to somebody else in Mexico because they said that over there it's super expensive, hard to get. And I was like, they're super easy here. How would I just buy a copy and send it to you? And I couldn't get it to him because for whatever reason, they to ship it from the US, they can't even ship it to where this person is. So I'd have to ship it to a half point and then have that person ship it the rest of the way. What's up, cool man? How you doing? Make sure you guys hit that like button. Yeah, my copy sounds great too. Yeah, that's fine, Rosie. Just make sure you come back. I like seeing you in here. I just feel like that, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I had a brand new copy of that album of Portrait of American Family, and I wanted to send it to this kid that was in a Manson group, and I just wanted to be nice. And I tried to send it out, I couldn't send it out, whatever. So I just held on to it for a while because it was a $10 CD. What am I gonna do? It was $10, whatever. So I go to work one day, and it was fucking band, wear your favorite band t-shirt day or some shit like that. So I brought Manson shirts in for everybody to wear. So this kid that I work with, he's a good friend of mine. He's a kid though, you know what I'm saying? He's not 18 yet. He works really hard. I gave him the Portrait of American Family t-shirt. I can never wear it. I don't fit into it. I'm never gonna wear it. So I was like, here, dude, you can have this. And then I was like, oh, by the way, here, have the CD too. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a good friend. Good, you better come back. I'm gonna miss you while you're gone. So I just like doing nice things for people when I can. And that's Staunch TV. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that channel or not, but sent him a bunch of DVDs and a bunch of other shit, flash drive and shit like that. And I just try to be nice to people and do things for people just because, if it's something easy I can do, then why not just be kind and do it? You know what I mean? What's the point in just being an asshole and saying no? It's totally okay. I'll totally do that for people. And I even try to be nice and do shit for people, but then a lot of times people show their true colors afterwards, and then I'm the asshole, so I don't understand. But I always try to be a good person, no matter what. What you all listen to today? Anybody get anything new? I know Jonathan was saying that he got Led Zeppelin too. 5 favorite Korn songs: Adidas, Ball Tongue, Shoots and Ladders, Falling Away From Me, Got the Life. Yeah, those are all good songs, to be honest with you. Ball Tongue's one of my favorites also, but I wouldn't choose Adidas as my number one. That was their most played song in 1996. It was all over MTV. And just so you know, Nas, the official drink of For the Record. They're so good. And it's non-alcoholic, so, because it's a fucking energy drink, god damn it. But I spent most of my day going to the doctors, getting my shots, I worked on so much goddamn YouTube shit today. It's fucking unreal. Like, I posted a video this morning, a reaction video. Oh, so if I do a reaction video of any Manson song or video, what do you want it to be? Never owned a record. So you just buy CDs? Cool, man. What, yeah, you buy digital. Yeah. Yeah, I always try to buy vinyl if I can, but not everything's on vinyl, so I do buy CDs still. I do own quite a few CDs. I don't own like a shit ton. I probably definitely own more vinyl than CDs, but I feel like the CDs that I do own, I am pretty happy with. Like, I even got one a couple weeks ago. It was Reef the Lost Cause. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He's an underground rapper from Philly. But he's got a couple albums out that are like really dope, and if I can get them I will, and I found a brand new copy, so I bought it. It's pretty dope. I actually like it a lot. So what Manson video would you guys like me to do a reaction to? I was thinking of Smells Like Children because it was the first music video I ever saw. I mean, not Smells Like Children, Sweet Dreams, sorry. I can't fucking talk tonight. I've been recording so much today and doing so much editing, and I actually found out how to do some new things that I didn't know how to do before in my program, so I thought that was pretty cool. For Tool songs, Stinkfist, Enema 46, and 2, Opiate, yeah, those are all good songs. I agree with like the first 3, but Enema's my favorite album, so everybody already knows that. Where is everybody tonight? We got 3 people in here. Like, really? I'm used to at least, like, 5, 6, 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, people must not be joining tonight. I just don't understand. Like to see where everybody's at. It was pretty cool today though. I even got a message from an artist that I have liked for a really long time. So that kind of made my day. But he only got a hold of me because I had a problem with one of my orders and shit. So basically he was like, oh, we're gonna make it right, so sorry. And it's like, well, dude, I've been fucking waiting for like 2 months. And normally I'm a patient person, especially once the pandemic hit, about like you know, shit like that. But it was just one of those things where I was like, okay, dude, like, I just want the album that I ordered. That's it. One thing I gotta do too is I gotta buy Red Dead Redemption 2 for Xbox. I have it for PlayStation, but I want to play it on my Xbox. Any of you guys ever play Red Dead or Grand Theft Auto or Manhunt or any of those Rockstar games? I also used to like Max Payne. I still never beat Max Payne 3 though. I beat the first 2. I beat all the Grand Theft Autos except for 4 because for whatever reason 4 doesn't save correctly. So every time I don't know why, but like I would always have to restart, and I just got sick of restarting, doing the same missions over, and was like, fuck it, I'm good. You definitely should. If you ever played the first one was good. I actually just bought that one recently for Xbox. but 2 is like 100 times better than the first one. Like 100 times better. It is so good. And like now I see why everybody had all the hype about it, but I didn't buy it like when it first came out. I bought it like a year or so later or whatever. And I have it for PlayStation, but I want it for my Xbox. Yeah, I got the zombie disc and the first one also. I bought it. It says it's for Xbox 360 and Xbox One. So it works in my system. I like it. I think I only paid like $7 for it or something. It was like super cheap at Walmart. So I was pretty happy with that. Still got my goddamn tripod in the background. This thing works like wonders. Oh, that sucks. Your PS4 doesn't work anymore? Beastie Boys. Fuck yeah, dude. Beastie Boys is awesome. I've always been a big fan of the Beastie Boys, honestly. They're like another group that, like, I grew up listening to. Their music videos were all over MTV and shit, so, like, why not? You know what I mean? Like, and I always liked all their music. I've never been, like, a hater, you know what I mean? Like, for the most part, I really do like a lot of albums, especially just older albums, just because it's, like, it's just stuff that I grew up listening to, so it's, like, kind of hard for me to, like, forget it, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's stuff that I really love. Yeah, that sucks. It doesn't turn on anymore. I've had mine for a couple of years, to be honest with you. Probably like 3 years now. I've never had any issues with it, but I honestly don't even use it every day. I actually have 2 of them because I bought my kid one also. We also got the Nintendo Switch. I got a Sega Genesis, a Nintendo. I got 2 original Xboxes. And I got one of those PlayStation minis also, and I also got like some other shit. A Retro Pie or whatever the fuck they are. NWA, that's another great fucking group too. I agree with you there. Yeah. I mean, if it won't turn on, I mean, it's kind of hard to fix, don't you think? And I'm sure you tried, like, other power cords and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it doesn't turn on, it doesn't turn on. Like, you can't fix something that's not turned on. I mean, you probably can, but, like, what the fuck? Oh, and another cool thing, DJ Bobby B from Cottonmouth Kings followed me today on Instagram. I posted about it. Pretty fucking dope. And I got to talk to him today. He's a pretty cool guy. Actually, mad respect to DJ Bobby B. Yeah, I kind of figured most people would. So clearly it's not your power cord. So it must be something within your PlayStation. I mean, for all you know, it could be like a capacitor or something, or I mean, it could be a number of things. But I've seen a lot of like PlayStation 3s and PlayStation 4s like just shit the bed completely. So I get it, you know what I mean? Like things do happen like that, dude. I had a fucking Xbox 360, brand fucking new, lasted like I don't even know how much. It lasted less than a year. Let's just say that. Because when I called up Microsoft, they replaced it for free. I sent it out to them. They sent it back. And then that Xbox that they sent back, I used for like 5 years. No problem. But it got the red ring of death. I turned it on one day. And I'm like, no! What the fuck did I do to deserve this? Yeah, those are some pretty good Deftones songs for sure, Jonathan. Especially My Own Summer. 7 words. Fuck yeah, dude. Make sure you guys hit that like button. And just so you guys know, we hit over 250 subscribers. Thank you for the record, family. You guys are fucking awesome. Keep kicking ass. Yeah, I don't play, yeah, Root is fucking awesome too. Oh, yeah, that's a really good song. I agree with you there. I don't play much my Switch either. I mainly bought the Switch for my kid. I mean, I play like the Mario games and shit because I like Mario a lot, but I don't have the time to sit there and play all fucking day. And even when I do, I just don't want to. I can't sit in front of the screen and play a game for hours. It just doesn't work like that. Like, I can play Red Dead for a little bit, or I can jump online, play a couple games of Call of Duty, but it's usually like 2 or 3. I can't sit there and play 10 games in a row. It just doesn't work like that. I play like 1 or 2. I'll have to put the controller down, like chillax for a couple minutes, and then I can play like maybe a couple more. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit there and play games. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't make a gaming channel. I made a channel for about records and music because honestly, I have more time to listen to music than I do records. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, sorry, I can't speak tonight. I have more time to listen to records than I do to fucking play video games. And that's just the truth. And the reality is, I'll never be able to get through all the video games that I buy. It's just never going to happen. And even if I do get through a video game, dude, it could be like a year later after I buy the fucking thing. So I'm supposed to do a review a year later after the game's like fucking obsolete. At least if I buy an album, I'm going to listen to that album that first week and do a review on it right then and there. And half the time, I'll get an album in the mail that's like brand new. It just came out. I pre-ordered it. Whatever comes in, I'll listen to it. And then as soon as I'm done listening to it, I'll sit down and record a video for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just much easier for me. And I just, I love video games and all. I just can't do it like I used to when I was a kid. Yeah, Weezer's pretty good too. I've been wanting to get some of their stuff, but I recently just bought Bush 16 Stone, and I bought Foo Fighters' first album. I can't fucking wait for those. Those are going to be awesome. Plus, I haven't listened to Foo Fighters in a while, and I used to really like them a lot, and I always loved their first album, so yeah, I mean, I get that. I'd play my PS4 more than my fucking Switch also. Honestly, I probably played my PS4 more than I've ever played my Switch, but I also bought my Switch for my kid, too. It's mainly for her, not for me. I mean, I bought myself some games. Dude, we went out to the store, and I probably bought, like, 8 Switch games at once. Dude, that shit was, like, I think it was, like, $600 for, like, 10 Switch games. It was like something ridiculous like that. No, I think it was like $550 or something. I don't even remember how much it was at Best Buy. We were at the mall. We went to Best Buy there. We bought a bunch of Switch games. It was like fucking $500 or more. It was fucking something ridiculous like that. I was like, Jesus Christ. But like I said, they were for my kid too, you know what I'm saying? So, and I got like the Mario games for myself. Well, the Mario games that I could get, I got like the one that we need to get is Mario Kart 8 still, but we have that for the Wii U, because all the systems I bought for my kid as her growing up, we still have. The only thing we don't have, which is her old DS that got stolen out of her old apartment when I was doing drugs and shit back in the day, so we don't have that anymore. But I did buy her a new one to make up for it, so she's already got a new one of those. Pretty sure it's like the exact same thing though. I remember being like a little kid and remember like an NES was like the best thing ever. Now, you guys got games these days that are so fucking high-tech that's like, Jesus Christ. I don't even know if I'm going to be playing games 10 years from now. Plus, I spend so much fucking time working and then so much time on this YouTube stuff that, Jesus Christ. It's hard. It's hard to keep up. I got a Sega Genesis. I also have an original, does anybody remember this bad boy? Look, and I can show you that it's an original. And I only have it out here because, see this end right here? Plugs into the computer where I'm supposed to be able to get an image off it, but for whatever reason, that cord doesn't like work correctly or something. But this is the OG PlayStation. This is the one I had when I was a kid, and it's dirty as fuck. I also have a Sega Genesis too, but I have a newer one of those. I actually had two of those for a while. I had like two of the other ones too. Live Throwing Copper. Yeah, a lot of people love that album. Honestly, it wasn't one of my favorites, but they definitely had some good songs on there. I ain't gonna knock it, I'll tell you that. Like I've always told you guys, listen to what you guys want to listen to. Don't fucking go buy an album just because somebody else likes it. Buy an album that you know you're gonna spin or that you're gonna listen to. Yeah, the PS1 was crazy. I remember the first day I got one. My mom bought it for Christmas. It was the only thing we got. But I tell you what, I was super happy with it. And I remember before that, I wanted to get, what was that Sega console at the time? I forget the name of it. It wasn't the Genesis. It was after the Genesis. Like every kid had one too. It's all I fucking wanted too. But I couldn't get one, so I got a PlayStation instead, and I was very, very happy with it. Make sure that you guys hit that like button. What are y'all listening to today? Y'all do anything fun? You guys just go to work? What'd you do? Spend time with your family? Talk to me. But make sure to smash that like button. It helps the channel and helps the algorithm. Hey, Pantera. I was just talking about them on my video I just recorded. You guys got a pretty couple banging good videos coming your way. I just spent like an hour and a half editing one fucking video because there were so many fucking clips. But I am going to tell you this. When you guys see the video that I am going to post, it's already uploaded. It is not there for you to see yet. I will figure out when I want to drop it. Every single song in that, I personally made. Like the beat, I made everything in that. So there's no copyright music in it. I made personally everything myself. And I'm trying to figure out how to do all that. Queen. I always loved Queen when I was a kid. Yeah, people do have emulators. My whole fucking original Xbox is emulated. So isn't my brand new Xbox. I don't know if you guys know how to do that or not. You can buy a brand new Xbox and fucking put RetroArch on it. It works perfectly fine. I got a bunch of PlayStation 1 and fucking N64 games on it. Oh, and it was called Sega Saturn. That's what I was thinking about. I always wanted one of those when I was a kid. I still want one, but I just can't go spend $100 on one right now. But eventually, one of these days, I'll get one. It's cool. If you like Pantera, you're definitely going to like my new video that I just made. There's a lot of Pantera in it. My vinyl collection video, 2 out of 6, is complete. But I still got to make the thumbnail for it. And I'm going to try to make it a little bit different from the last one that I just made. And, yeah. Spent a long time doing some work today on some shit. And then I went to the doctor's and I got my what is it called? Tetanus shot. And, some other fucking word I can't pronounce. And I felt really fucking weird afterwards. And that's why I don't like getting shots. Alright, John. Have a good night. Pantera wouldn't last in this generation. You know, you say that, but they might. You just never know. I feel like Pantera would beat everybody's ass. They wouldn't just sit down and do nothing. Anybody that talks shit to him, I'm pretty sure they beat the fuck out of him. $3 bills, y'all. Yeah, that's an amazing album too. That's fucking awesome. I love that album. I can't wait to buy that on vinyl. The day I get that on vinyl, I'm definitely doing a video on it. Shit, I might do even an unboxing video of that. But I gotta come up with the money first, and then I gotta find somebody that's willing to sell it to me. And I've been on the hunt for another kind of record, different album lately, but I can't find somebody that's willing to sell me the fucking album that I'm looking for, which sucks. And my kid's birthday's this month, so I'm really not buying a whole lot about I'm not really buying a whole lot of albums this month. I bought a couple here and there, like cheap ones, like singles and shit like that. But like I bought an album that was $18. I bought a single that was like $13, and I bought Foo Fighters that was a $20 album, shit like that. I just don't have the money to like actually buy like the shit that I want right now. So just settling for what I can get, and I'm happy. And plus, as long as my kid has a good birthday, I really don't even fucking care. Like, I can go without for a little while anyways. Plus, I gotta save up for a car, so I gotta go get me a new car. You know, I wish you would have said something about the Slipknot self-titled. I would have sold you a copy. Because I had an extra copy of that. But if I find another extra copy, I will let you know. Because I did have one of those from down at Newberry Comics. They had a copy. I bought it. I ended up selling that one to my brother. I also went, when I was down there, I found Deftones Adrenaline. I bought that one, sold that one to my brother. I did buy Slipknot self-titled off Merchable.com also. I sold that one. But I try to like get albums that people would want shit. Yeah, I can understand that's your favorite album. If you like Slipknot, here, I'll show you. So, that's my OG version. This is original version. This is when it first came out. It's not the original track listing, but it is an original version from like back in the day. And this record sounds fucking absolutely amazing. It's definitely one of my favorite albums too, by far, honestly. And then I also have this copy of it too, but they're different, so I need both copies because, you know, that's just how the cookie crumbles. And then I got this one, which this one is on green vinyl. This one's pretty sweet. And yeah, this is the same pressing as that one, but this one's just on green vinyl. So, and then I had like I said, another couple copies, but I sold them both. So I wish I would have known, because I would have just sold it to you instead. But hey, if I find another one, I will definitely let you know. I still need to get Slipknot Iowa OG copy too. I have like every other Slipknot album, which sucks because like I have Iowa, and yes, it sounds great and it's a good copy, but I need a real copy, man. I don't want the bootleg. I want a real copy. Kind of like Soulfly's first album. I want a real copy, not just a fucking bootleg. And I don't understand where the fuck is everybody tonight. Like, the fuck is up with this? Like, I had a bunch of fucking people in here, and then everybody just dipped out all at once. Like, okay. Yeah, it is stupid. You know why? Because it got repressed, and then it went out of print again. So you gotta wait till they repress it again, and then you can find it for cheap. If I was you, don't even like stoop to their level and pay anybody anything to get that album. Just wait till it gets repressed, because then you'll be able to get it. and I did the same thing honestly with Pantera albums. Um, they got printed by Rhino Records, and then they weren't in print anymore because um, they went out of print, you know what I'm saying? And then people were charging like stupid money, like 150 for those albums. And I didn't want to pay it, you know what I mean? I was like, fuck that shit, I'm not paying that. So then I waited till they came back in print, and then I went and bought them again. And it took like a year for them to come back in print, but I waited patiently, and honestly, it was probably the best decision I did. Um, because honestly, I would have paid like $100 and something for each record, but then turn around and I could have bought them for $20, $30 a piece. Like, nah, dude, I'll just pay the $20, $30 a piece. Yeah, Down is a great band. I actually want to get their albums on vinyl too. But you know how it is. You get money and you really like a band, so you like, okay, I'm gonna focus on getting this album first, and then once you get that album, you'll think about like, what album should I get next? You know what I'm saying? And then after a while, you start collecting. You start like looking at your collection, kind of like mine. Like, you gotta remember, like, I started out with nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually, I started getting more albums and more albums, and I was like, fuck yeah! And it was like one of those things. Sorry, somebody's messaging me on Instagram. Shout out to Staunch TV. That's who's messaging me right now. And honestly, I just think if we wait for the albums to be pressed, we don't have to pay those ridiculous prices. Like, I get it, if it's an OG version, you can't get that. Like, if we don't pay their stupid ass prices, then they're not going to be able to sell those records, and then they're eventually going to have to sell them for cheap too. Korn self-titled, all the way worth it, dude. That is an amazing album, totally worth it. I feel like as long as you get an album that you know you're going to spend or that you're going to like, then it's totally worth it. Yeah. And here's the thing too, is think about all the Manson albums that are on eBay, right? Imagine if we had this group that we could get everybody in that's looking for the Manson albums, right? All the people that are willing to pay those prices. We say stop, okay, right? Say an album comes up for bidding. Say, okay, this week we're going to give it to this person. We're going to let them bid on it, but nobody else is going to bid on it, right? We're going to let them get that album for dirt cheap, right? And then eventually, after a while, guess what? We're going to drive the market back down. They're not going to be able to charge those prices because people aren't paying it, right? I just wish we had a better system out there, and I feel like we need like a group to get all these people in here to understand that, like, listen, if we stop, the customer, stop paying these prices to these people, we can get those albums cheaper. But because it's supply and demand, you know what I'm saying? They're getting the albums that people want, so they feel like they can charge a premium price for it, which is bullshit because you know they paid like $20-$30 for an album. Yeah, like, honestly, I just feel like if we, the people, knew how to control the market, it would be better for us in the long run because then we wouldn't be paying all this stupid money. Like, look at the amount of money I paid for some Manson albums. And I get that I wanted to pay for those albums, and so that's totally on me. You know what I'm saying? I was willing to pay for those albums. But guess what? If they weren't so expensive, I would have never had to pay that price in the first place, and I could have used that money for other shit. But it is what it is. I got the OG versions that I wanted. I just need to get Golden Age or Grotesque, and I'll be all set. And I feel like if you guys want, go to Marshables.com and you go under their Marilyn Manson section. Smells Like Children is up for pre-order right now. It's supposed to ship out in a couple weeks. I would definitely pre-order if you can. It's supposed to ship within like a week or two. I definitely bought it, and this might be the part where they start releasing all Manson albums again, which will be so fucking awesome. But at the same time, I paid all that money for the OG copies. So, one hand with the other. I guess I'll just, if they do press all the albums again, I'll have a couple albums of each album like I already do anyway. So, whatever. But, I just feel like they press a lot of crap these days. Like, for a record store day. I don't know if any of you guys ever went to that, bought anything, but there was 2 or 3 albums that I wanted to get. I didn't have the money to buy it, so I just did buy them. And then when I did go online to check to see if they were still around, they're not there. So, oh man, burning up. I just wonder where everybody is tonight, because tonight's like usually the night where everybody's talkative and everybody's here. Is this like, did I do something wrong? I just don't understand it. I've had a pretty good day so far today too, but if people aren't gonna like be in here to talk, then what's the point of me live streaming? I always did it for you guys, not for me. Like last week, I had like 12 people in here at least at once. Maybe they are. I shouldn't assume things. Good point, cool man. I try to just live stream on Monday nights because I feel like it's the least busiest for most people, though. Usually it's my day off too, so that helps. I try not to assume, but sometimes I do. I'm not always perfect. I'm sorry. But I've already had 19 playbacks, so we're good there. People are still watching it either way. Yeah, they do. I feel like if they repress stuff that people actually want, like, because think about it, you go to the store, they got Beatles and Led Zeppelin and all that shit, like, that's great and all. Those are all great artists, right? But that's all artists that's been pressed thousands and thousands and millions of times. What about those albums that we can't get, like $3 Bill, y'all, Slipknot's, Iowa, and Volume 3, or, you know what I mean? Even their self-titled. There's people that don't own that yet, and it just got repressed earlier this year, or maybe was it last year? But still, there's still albums that need to be pressed again. And I feel like even Antichrist Superstar, that's an album that needs to be repressed. Portrait of American Family, that needs to be repressed. Because pretty much if you look up any of those albums, you're going to find 1,000 fucking bootlegs before you find one original copy. And that's not the way it should be. You should be able to find an original copy. Just like they finally did Smashing Pumpkins, Milk Colony, Infant Sadness again. That was a great album that they pressed again. They finally repressed all the Pantera albums. They finally repressed Notorious B.I.G., And I feel like, there's a bunch of Cottonmouth Kings records that needs to be repressed. And I know that's not metal, but they need to repress that stuff because that's stuff I want to get. But is Capitol Records going to listen to somebody like me? Probably fucking not. They're probably like, yeah, we don't care because we don't think we're going to sell that many of them, or I don't know what they think. But I've tried emailing, like Interscope Records or, whatever company that label that band's on, being like, hey, can you guys, like, maybe, like, get this in the works and get these albums pressed? Because, like, I feel like, especially Manson's albums, like, even if they went on, like, pre-order, I'm pretty sure they would sell out. Like, pretty fucking sure. Not saying that they would, but I'm pretty sure. And I just, I don't know. I feel like there's so much stuff that they could repress that they just don't. But instead, they're going to repress the same albums that they repressed like a million times, like Yellow Submarine. And even for like Record Store Day drop #2, there wasn't really shit in that drop that I even gave a fuck about. Like that Green Jelly I definitely wanted. That was a great repress. Like I would have totally picked that one up, but the site I usually go to buy Record Store Day albums from, that was already sold out. It'd be cool if they would press Stain Dysfunction and shit like that. You know what I mean? But where is it? Where's Soulfly's first album? Where's Primitive? Where's, there's just so many good artists like Kitty or Cold Chamber, and I know they're all new metal bands, but like that's the era of music that I really loved as a kid. Like that's the stuff that I cherish. Even like Korn, like I need to get the rest of their shit too. Like Jedi Mind Tricks, they could repress all their shit too. And I know they're not metal either, but there's just plenty of bands that they could repress that they just don't. And I don't understand. Right? I feel like some stores do better than others too. Like, if you ever look up the In Groove, they got some pretty good albums at their store. Like I said, I just bought Bush 16 Stone, their first album again, which I know it's not metal, but it's a really great album, and I fucking love it. And I bought Foo Fighters' first album. I'm just trying to buy albums that are older that mean more to me than newer albums do. You know what I'm saying? And I also, like, talked about this last week. There was a White Zombie box set that just came out. I wish I could have bought that, but that was like $100 and something, and I didn't fucking have it at the time. Like, even a Rob Zombie box set would be fucking sick. Or even, like, a Rob Zombie box set of just the main soundtracks of, like, yeah, exactly. That's the problem. They don't promote it anymore. They don't fucking... They think what a good album isn't really a good album, And I feel like the other problem is, too, is these days, is everybody's just buying whatever they can find. And there's a lot of people that are just buying random fucking albums, and they don't even know what the fuck they're buying. And that's like an album that there's like quite a few albums that I like even ordered that I've never even gotten in the mail. Like a pre-order that was from TMR or whatever, the Too Many Records there. I ordered one of his albums that never showed up or whatever, and that was on his label there. AC/DC performer in Germany. Yeah. And there's a lot of good records that come from overseas too. Like I've noticed that there are like some really great hip hop records that don't get pressed here in the US, but they get pressed in like Germany or Sweden or somewhere else in another fucking country, but you can get it shipped over here, then you're good to go. Like I did that with an album that, which I'll show you guys, which I highly doubt anybody knows. But if you're a hip hop fan like me, you just would know that it's a fucking great album. Like this is Stew Bangers, and this has got some really good people on it. This has got like Apathy and Ill Bill and I don't know who else is on here, but it's all good music. That's all I'm saying. Like, that album's really good. It's not an album that you can just buy. It had to come from Germany. Same thing with Snow Goons, German Luger. Like, I never thought I would be able to own this album, but I had to order it from Germany to get it. And you're wrong. You're not one of the only people, because there's plenty of people that still listen to Limp Bizkit and Korn and all that stuff and Deftones and, you know, but it's just, they don't get pressed. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I went out and I bought Significant Other when I found it in the store. I was actually going to order it online. Like, you know what I mean? But I was able to find it in the store the day I wanted it, and it was right there in the store for me to buy. And, you know, if that was the same way with $3 bill, y'all, was like, that would be great. But then again, too, like, I'm about to show you guys a video that I'm going to probably drop later this week. And it's going to be me going through to my normal record stores that I have, and you're going to see exactly what they have for selection and what's normally available. And to be honest with you, it's normally the same fucking albums over and over and over again. You know, like you can always go out and find certain Eminem albums, or, you know, certain Mac Miller albums, or Green Day, or, you know, Led Zeppelin, Nirvana, 9 Inch Nails. Like, they're not too hard to find. Every once in a while, certain albums are a little bit harder to find than others. But for the most part, I feel like if you search long enough, or, like I've always said, another great way to find a record that you're really looking for the right price, make a Discogs account. Put it on your watch list, okay? Every day they will send you an email, or they will send you a message through Discogs, and they will show you everything that's on your watch list. And 90% of the time, it's going to be like this stupid price that you're not willing to pay. But every once in a great while, you'll click on it, and you'll find an album for like insanely cheap price that you would never find it for. And then you buy that one time, and it just makes it worth, you know, the while. And honestly, without Discogs, I probably wouldn't have been able to find some of the albums that I was able to find. Like here, I'll even show you this one. Like, it's not a CD or anything. I mean, it's not a record. But this is Tool Saliva. Like, where can you find this again? You know what I'm saying? But I found it on Discogs, and I found it for a decent price. It wasn't super expensive, it wasn't super cheap, but, you know, the disc is still there. This is the CD. It's still like brand new. It's barely been played. And then the DVD's in there too. The DVD's the same way. It's still like brand new. And honestly, I was super happy to find this, because honestly, it's not something you can find any day. It was only pressed twice, like ever. You know, and I was super happy to find this. Yeah, see, I have Korn self-titled, I have Limp Bizkit Significant Other, and I have Slipknot self-titled. But see, also, here's the thing, too. When I bought those albums, they weren't hard to find when I bought those. I think the only one that was hard to find when I paid for it was Slipknot self-titled. And even then, I found it on Discogs, and I paid $19, and that included shipping. So, personally, to me, it was totally worth it. Can you guys hear that noise from outside? Excuse me. And that's why I feel like Discogs helps a lot, because that's where I got my OG copy from. And it came from a seller that said that he had it since it first came out, and that basically, like, he was just thinning out his record collection, so he was selling certain albums at the time, and I added that to my chart. I went down, I deposited money in the account, paid for the album, and got it in the mail, and it was perfect. It's perfect. Like, nothing wrong with it. It was still in the shrink wrap. Like, that's how perfect it was. Like, you're not going to find that album for $19 anywhere else. Like, you're not even going to find it in the store for $19. Even when I bought the other 2 copies that I bought that I sold, I paid like 25 to 30 bucks a piece for those. And then the last one, I had somebody that messaged me and was like, hey, so I see you have this album. He was like, are you willing to sell it? And I was like, sure, if the price is right, like, whatever. And they wanted to send me like a stupid, insane amount of money for it because they really wanted the album. So I was like, sure, if you're willing to pay the price, just like send me what you think is fair. And I think I made like 70 bucks off that album. It was insane. I was like, dude, you don't need to give me that. They're like, no, I just really want this album. That's why I wish you would have said something. I would have sold it to you for like 30 bucks, dude. Just, you know, basically buy the album. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't need a bunch of extra money for it, but whatever. If that's what they want to give me, then sure, I'll take your money. But I've sold a couple albums for stupid amounts of money, and I just don't understand it. I don't know why anybody... I mean, I've also bought albums for stupid amounts of money, so I can't say that. But yeah, finding it for $19, I feel like I was definitely lucky on that one. And it's weird, too, because, like, I feel like the more patient I get, and the more I search, like, you have Google on your phone, you can Google it, you can say, Slipknot self-titled vinyl, and just hit search. And then you can look for the album. And then you say if you go to merchables.com and you find the album on there and say it's not in stock, and then you click under it says where notify me when this album comes back in stock. You can also do the same thing on inthegroove.com. You just enter your email address. They will message you the minute that album comes available. They'll send you an email, and then you can buy the album. And that's how I've gotten a couple records. That's how I got Smashing Pumpkins, was I waited, I got the email, and I bought the album. I originally purchased it from Barnes & Noble, but it was on back order, and they said, I believe the thing was, we're not going to take your money until it becomes available. And then they took my money anyways, and they had it for like 2 months, and then didn't send me the album, so I just got my money back. And then I waited like a couple more months, and then finally got repressed again. And then I just bought it from another site for cheaper than what I would have paid from Barnes & Noble anyway. So I was okay with that. And plus, I really like my Smashing Pumpkins box set. And like, where's Tool Enema? You know, you can go out and you can buy Tool Opiate, you can buy Tool Undertow, you can buy Tool Lateralis, but you can't buy Enema, the one that's in between. You can't buy 10,000 Days unless you buy a bootleg. Same thing with Enema. And then Fear Inoculum, they're supposed to be coming out with a box set for that. Like, I'm still waiting. Like, I get Tool emails all the time when they release new stuff, but it's always fucking merch or something. Like, they just came out with the Lateralis merch, and it's like, okay, that's cool and all, but where is our Fear Inoculum box set? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we could get that Fear Inoculum box set, I would be super happy. I would totally buy that. And I just wish they would press Enema again. Like, the original way it came, with the original stampers, and from the fucking original analog master tapes, and I would be the happiest fucking person in the world to own an original copy of that. but I always see it going for $1,000. Like, that's the minimum of where that album goes. It is so ridiculous. And I've heard people say on, like, Facebook, like, oh, I'll sell it for a couple $100 or whatever. But it's like, bullshit. You're going to try to get as much money as you can for it. And that's just what anybody would do. It's not that you're wrong for doing it, but that's just, it's how much the album goes for. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't realize that when I started collecting vinyl and how much some of these albums go for. But I also didn't know that there was a difference between pressings and shit like that. Like, I always knew that there was, like, different albums and certain ones got pressed at sometimes. And yeah, I've never gotten a record from Barnes & Nobles. Ever. Never once. I ordered that Smashing Pumpkins, and in the description it says they're not going to take your money until the record ships, but that's straight up fucking lying. That's the same thing with Merchable.com. They say the same thing when I pre-ordered Smells Like Children. It says they're not going to take your money until they ship it, but they already took my money, so it's whatever. I just want my fucking album now. Edema would be a great one for them to press again, too. I would love all that shit, like Power Man 5000 and shit. Static X would be good, too. Like, all those bands would be fucking awesome. Like, can't we just go back to the new metal days? And then, like, what's your guys' opinion on, what's that band? Chaosium. Caesar, what's up, brother? How are you? Good to see you in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. What you been up to, Caesar? Just so you guys know, I just haven't been feeling well today. Fucking, I got a tetanus shot and a fucking ammonia shot or some shit like that today. I got one on each arm, so I got this stupid fucking thing right here, a little band-aid on, and I got this stupid fucking one over here, which is the exact same thing. A stupid fucking band-aid, like, whatever. I can definitely tell you what, though, walking back from the hospital, I was definitely fucking feeling kind of weird. I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to feel like this, but whatever. Huh. But it is what it is. Not really much I can fucking do about it. Nice. You just got out from your nap. That's awesome. I got Eminem Slim Shady. I got that one from my brother. That was like one of my first LPs that I got. And I also got the newer version where it's got like the 3 LP version. But I bought that one. If you look for hey Rosie, how's it going, beautiful? I'm glad you're back. It's going. I just haven't been feeling too good today either. I friggin' went to the stupid ass hospital, got some shots and shit. Didn't make me feel too good, I'll tell you that. But I did get where is it? This one, expanded edition, and it comes with a huge ass poster on this side. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I feel like if you do get the Eminem Slim Shady LP, this is the one to get. I mean, most of these other songs, they're just like instrumentals or acapellas or whatever, but the packaging is fucking awesome. Yeah, Rosie, we was just talking about how fucking more albums need to be repressed, more metal bands, more albums that people would actually want. Like Alice in Chains' Three-Legged Dog. I did not go to record store day. I did not have the money. My child's birthday's this month, so instead of going to record store day, I pre-ordered Smells Like Children on vinyl. And I bought Foo Fighters and Bush 16 Stone for like dirt cheap online. If anybody ever checks out um, Get Import CDs, they're on eBay, and I believe they also have a website. They're really good. Like, you can buy a bunch of albums, so like instead of like going to like wherever, you know what I'm saying, you can buy albums. Once usually you buy so many, they give you like 65% off or some shit like that. So you can buy like 5-6 albums, it'll be less than $100. Cold Chamber self-titled, yeah, fuck yeah. I feel like that's an album that needs to be repressed like AA. I don't even think it's ever been pressed on vinyl, to be honest with you, but it should be pressed like ASAP. That should be like one of their main priorities, is albums like that, because there's a bunch of people out there like me or us that are old enough that would buy that. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't think that they're smart enough to realize it, because they're like, I don't know, thinking about other stupid albums that don't mean shit, and it's just kind of annoying. And Eminem is awesome. I grew up listening to Eminem. I got both versions of that album, and I also got Cold Chamber self-titled on CD, and I got Chamber Music on CD and picture disc. And then I also have a bunch of Eminem albums. I even got the pre-orders of his last like 2 albums. I just wish that they would press stuff like that, like Alice in Chains, Three-Legged Dog, Tool, Enema, Cold Chamber, Edema. You know, there's plenty of stuff out there that we would buy. You know what I'm saying? Like I have all the Rage Against the Machines. I got mostly all the Nirvanas. I got a good amount of Korn so far. I need to finish that. I need to finish my Deftones collection. I need to finish my Slipknot collection, because I have like a bootleg in there that I should have an original of, but I don't. And then I'm like, Metallica's another band that I need to finish. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is I don't think they realize how much money they can make out of it either. I just think they're stupid and they're blind. There are people that sit behind a desk all day that have no fucking idea of what they're actually talking about. They're old timers, and they need to get the fuck out of the chair and let somebody else sit there. Yeah, Big Truck is fucking awesome. I love that album. Yeah, I gotta get Korn 3. Remember Who You Are. I don't even have that one yet either. I have like till Issues. I don't even have Untouchables, I don't think. Yeah, I have Issues, and then after that I just have the White Album that just came out. Or Nothing. Not the White Album, it's called Nothing. I'm an idiot. Alright, peace, Rosie. Oh, preach. Oh, I thought you said peace, my dude. Huh. Sorry, I can't fucking read today either. Jesus Christ. Today's been such a weird day. I don't know if you guys can hear that fucking noise or not, but it's so annoying, dude. Like, I hate my neighbors. So here, let me show you guys something. This is what I woke up to today. And I just want you guys to see this. This is why I can't wait to buy a house. So, I'm going to put this up here for a second so you guys can see it. But see all the broken glass there in the window and all that shit? So that's in my apartment complex. That's downstairs. So between my upstairs and downstairs neighbors, friggin', it's all I've heard today is just a fucking, it's just been ridiculous. But yeah, if all these old timers would fucking get out of the chair and let like some people that's like our age that knows what our generation would like, And I feel like there's enough people out there. Like, even look at that Drowning Pool that just came out. That's fucking sold out most places already. And that was a pre-order. So, like, that doesn't tell you something. Drowning Pool wasn't, like, the biggest fucking band in the world, but it's sold out. So, like, how you think a Manson album would do, or, you know, a Tool album, or Alice in Chains, or Cold Chamber, or any other great fucking band. There's so many of them. Edema, you know, like we were just talking about all these amazing bands. And it's just frustrating because it's like, nah, let's repress another Willie Nelson album. Like, okay, I'm not saying Willie Nelson's bad, but like, how many fucking albums do we need pressed? Do we need 1,000 fucking copies? And it's not even just 1,000 copies. There's 1,000 different versions, and then there's 1,000 each one of those. Yeah, Limp Bizkit, $3 Bill, y'all. That's an album that should have been repressed 100 times already. But has it been? Fuck no. What about Slipknot? Fucking, Iowa. That needs to be repressed. Where's our repress of that? They should have done a 20th anniversary or some shit on that. They could have even made it into a fucking box set for all we care, and we would have still bought it. You know, there's so many different ways they could be doing this, and they could be making fucking bank off it too. It's like, okay, take a little bit of your money, invest it, and you're going to make like twice as much money, if not 3-4 times more money than what you put in. But no, they can't repress those albums for whatever one. Yeah, albums get lost in the shuffle for sure. Honestly, I like Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses was the first like rock band that I grew up listening to that I absolutely loved as a child. I had Appetite for Destruction on cassette tape when I was a young child. When I was in kindergarten listening to that, mind you. And that was my favorite album at the time. Like, I couldn't get enough of that. I listened to that tape front to back, front to back, front to back, front to back. It's like, man, this fucking album's amazing. I just can't get enough of this. But it's not like I had anything else to listen to. And then I remember they came out with Lies and Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. I want all of those. I want Lies, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. And then I'm good. I don't really need anything after that. I just feel like there's so many great albums out there that could be repressed. But, like, I'll even show you in my video of me going to the record stores, and you're going to see the same old shit that you see everywhere else. Filter's another great band, yeah. I actually tried looking for one of their albums recently, and, like, they wanted stupid amounts of money for it on fucking eBay. And I'm all set. I'm not fucking paying that. Incubus, another great band. I know they just repressed some of their albums, but there's certain albums of theirs that there could be repressing again. I got mine from You Discover Music. It was actually free. I just paid shipping. It was $10. I know shipping should be $10, but basically they sent me the album for $10, so I took it. I was like, fuck yeah, $10 for Guns N' Roses? Hell fucking yeah. How can you go wrong with that? You know what I mean? It's just like one of those things where, like, I don't know, I just feel like there's so many things that could be done that's just not done. And if I had the time and the money to make this shit happen, I would have already made it happen. Like, it would have already been a done deal. Ain't nothing you can tell me. Like, I even have my own personal music I want to get pressed on vinyl someday, but, like, every time I go to, like, a website to look to, like, how to get albums pressed on vinyl, it's, like, $60 just for, like, an LP, and then you gotta pay shipping, and blah, 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 and then taxes come in. So by the time you're done, you're paying, like, $100 for one fucking LP. Like, okay, I don't mind, but, like, it better be top of the fucking line, you know what I mean? And I would just like to get all my old shit, like, pressed onto an LP so I have it in my own personal collection for when I get older that I can show people and shit, because it was never originally pressed on vinyl. It was just all digital shit. But I don't really care. I just want it for myself. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? And I don't know. I feel like every time I go to the store, it's like the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Neil Young, and I'm not saying that these people are bad, but their albums have been pressed a million fucking times. Like, think about it. You can go get Pink Floyd any day of the week. There's no shortage of Dark Side of the Moon, right? Not saying that it's not a great album, because I do own it. Like, I do own it. Or like Pink Floyd The Wall. There's no shortage of those. But they're readily available so easily that's like, well, maybe if you would stop pressing that for like one day, yeah, Orgy's first self-titled album would be fucking amazing. I listened to that album so much, like last week, I couldn't get enough of it. Driver Devil, yep. There's just so many good albums. I mean, how can you even... It's like an endless possibility, because even if you start to go through it, like I could go through my phone, I could just start naming albums, you know what I'm saying? There's so many of them. Like, think about how long did it take them to finally get their act together to press the Crow soundtrack, to realize, wow, we're a bunch of fucking idiots, we could make so much money off this. They did, so everybody was finally able to get a copy, and those record store day release ones that they did like 2 years prior before that, the price had to come way down. And I'm sure some of those people sitting on that, and I'm sure there was a couple people that paid a couple $100 just for those albums that fucking regret it now, because the shit got pressed on black vinyl the way it should have been the first time, and it's just amazing pressing. Kind of like how I have Spawn, the soundtrack. Amazing fucking pressing. Amazing. And that's got like Korn, Marilyn Manson, shit like that on it. I love Korn so much. Like, I am happy that Korn's readily available, where for the most part you can go find their albums. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go find Follow the Leader, you can find Life is Peachy, you can find the self-titled. I do know that there is an album by Korn that is not pressed on vinyl, and I forget which one that is. I think it's like See You Through the Other Side or some shit like that. I forget the name of it. Orgy, you can buy like a couple 10-inch or 7 inches, but that's about it. And then like Deftones, like they finally just started repressing a lot of their shit. Like, but some of the albums that I really need, it took a while, because like they did the White Pony box set. Well, it was about fucking time, because I couldn't fucking find that album. There was one album that was downtown for like the longest time. My brother finally bought it. I was like, fuck, I was gonna buy that. And then I look online, people want like hundreds of dollars for the White Pony. I'm like, I'm not paying those prices. Like, I'll wait till it gets repressed. And then I bought the box set for like $35. So I was like, yeah, fuck that shit. A new metal expert. Fuck yeah. I think we all like agree in like new metal. And I feel like new metal is amazing, and it's like the best. And I just can't get enough of it, to be honest with you, because all my favorite bands are pretty much like new metal bands, like Korn, Limp Bizkit, Mudvayne, Slipknot. You know, Limp Bizkit. I probably already said that. Cold Chamber. Like, I so wish they would press Cold Chamber's first album on vinyl. Like, I was super happy to get Cold Chamber, the second one there, Chamber Music, but it's on a picture disc. I want, like, an actual gatefold with, like, you know, or whatever, you know, like, on black vinyl or whatever. And I feel like a Manson box set is really proper, because think about that. How many Manson fans are out there? Like, you don't think they wouldn't sell out a box set? Like, dude sold millions and millions of copies of that last album. And actually, if you go to his website right now, they have bundles of that album still available. And I know that, like, Lenovo Records or whatever, like, took down their partial site of his or whatever. But if you go directly to his site, you can buy his new album still, which I was very happy to see. But I already own 3 copies of his newest album. I bought the fucking deluxe edition fucking version thing, and then I also bought the fucking blue one, and then I bought one of the picture discs. And then I look online and they're all being sold for stupid amounts of money when you can go still buy the album straight off his website. And like, like Ozfest, like whatever happened to that? Ozzy's not dead yet. I wish they would do another Ozfest before he passes away. But right now it's not Fest, and I plan on going to go see Slipknot next month. But I also have big plans for next month. But I'm not going to spoil them. I'm going to wait until it happens, and then I will give you guys the good news. So, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. Just pray for me on this one. It's going to be good news, I promise. And it will help me out a lot. And I mean a lot. Yeah, well, I heard a box set was going to be released also, but now if you go on Merchable.com, Smells Like Children is up for pre-order. Well, it says it's on back order, which pretty much is a fucking pre-order. And that might be the first one that they're pressing, and then there'll be more to come after that. You know what I'm saying? And then who knows, once they're all pressed, they might have a box set that's going to come out afterwards. So I ordered the Smells Like Children off Merchable.com. Like I said earlier, I will do a fucking video on it once it comes in the mail. Like I will make sure that I will show you guys what it is and if it is an actual like official vinyl of Smells Like Children. And I hope, and I'm hoping, please, please, please press Portrait of American Family on vinyl again. Press them up. Press Antichrist Superstar again. You know how fast that shit will sell out? Like, it's so fucking ridiculous. Like, you're gonna tell me that even not Nothing Records or even Nothing Records or Interscope couldn't release his album on vinyl, like it wouldn't fucking sell out? Like, they don't like money. Is that what you're telling me? They don't like money? Because I'm sure last I knew they do. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, there's so many good artists out there. Like, I see like Tupac's old shit's finally coming to life on fucking vinyl and shit, but like a lot of his shit was pressed on vinyl, but there's certain ones that are finally being pressed on vinyl for the first time. It's like, well, why did it take so long? There's people out there that are willing to buy it. Yeah, it would sell out in 48 hours. You're right. I guarantee less. I guarantee it would sell out less than like 6 hours. I guarantee you, because of the way the internet is these days and social media, that would be up on Facebook within like the first hour, and there's thousands of people in that one group there. Everybody would see it. People would click on it and fucking buy it. Yeah, Record Store Day was a disappointment. Honestly, there was only two things I wanted there. I wanted the Head PE, the best of, and the Swollen Members mainly. Oh, and I wanted the Green Jelly 333 album. Those were the albums that I really wanted to get. People Under the Stairs, the soundtrack, Wes Craven movie. It would be pretty dope to have that too, to be honest with you, because that was an amazing movie. If you've never seen People Under the Stairs, I highly suggest you go watch that. That movie fucking scared the shit out of me when I was a little kid. I was like, what the fuck is this crazy shit going on? You know what I mean? It was insane. That movie is insane. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you can get Korn self-titled or Life is Peachy off eBay for even a pretty good price. Or if you look up import CDs on, or it's called Get Import CDs on eBay. It's a seller on there. It's where I buy a lot of my vinyl from, because you can get deals if you buy more than one. So like I'll buy like 5 at a time, and it's like less than $100. You know what I'm saying? And then half the time I'm pretty much getting an album for free at that point. Sum 41, their first album, I really like to get on vinyl. I really did like them when I was a kid. It's just stuff like that that's like, I just don't understand what the fuck they're doing. Like, I get that there's all these old timers that want their music too, but what about us? We're always just thrown off into the shadows, and nobody gives a flying fuck. You know what I mean? I'm sick of it. Like, there's albums that we want, that we cherish, that we fucking hold close to our heart just as well as fucking everybody else. Like, their fucking Beatles albums and insane. And that's the thing, is I like the Beatles. I like all that shit. But I'm not gonna go out and buy the fucking Beatles album right away. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go out and fucking, buy all this shit right away. Like, there's other albums that I want to get. Like, I just don't understand. And it's just frustrating and annoying when you can't find the albums that you want. Like, there's other Mudvayne albums that I want to get, but when I find it, it's on eBay and it's for a stupid price. Like Stabbing Westward's first two. They're on eBay for such a high price, and they were pretty cheap for a while there, and I slept on it, and I fucking regret it. So now I'm waiting for them to repress it again. But that's only if they do. And who's going to guarantee that they're going to press it again? Because there's no guarantees on that. And it's just annoying. Like, I really don't even like it like that. Like, it's one of those things where I just feel like if these executives would get their head out of their ass and realize what albums would actually sell. Like, I get that you get to sell it and the record store takes it or whatever, but a lot of times those same records, when you go to the record store, are still sitting there when you go back. I also wanted that Pearl Jam Alive also, but it wasn't like a must-have. You know what I mean? Like, I like Pearl Jam a lot, but you can find their albums in store. You can find every Nirvana in store. Like, it's not hard to find. Razorblade Suitcase by Bush is getting hard to find. It's just stupid shit like that. I just wish these people would fucking do their job correctly. And if I had my own, like, label, I would try to get all these albums pressed myself. And eventually, maybe one of these days, if I get a big enough following where I could back shit up, I will. I'll try to figure all that shit out for people like us. Like Linkin Park, all those just finally got repressed too. And I gotta get like more Sublime and shit like that. Like, System of a Down finally got pressed on vinyl. Like, all their albums did. I went out and I bought all those for the most part. I'm pretty sure I own like every single System of a Down now. I try to get what I can of each band that I can, like most of their albums. And some of them, like, even though if they're not my favorite, I try to just buy them so it completes my collection too. Like, I gotta get the rest of the Metallicas. Like, I'd like to be able to find Metallica Loaded or Reloaded. I really like those albums too, but every time I try to look for them, there's some stupid fucking price that I'm just not willing to pay. It's just not gonna happen. And, like, even for Record Store Day, you would think that they would press stuff for the first time that hasn't been pressed in a while or ever pressed at all. And, it'd probably be a hot seller, but what do we know? But it's get to be about that time, guys. I got, like, 20 more minutes. Is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about tonight? I feel like more people were busy tonight than normal. Oh yeah, another question. If I could do a reaction video to any Manson video, what would you guys want to see? Stain dysfunction. I agree. I fucking agree. Make sure you guys hit that like button before y'all leave me tonight. I did buy that Stained live album though. I bought it the Newberry Comics version. It's supposed to be signed. I'm really, really hoping it is though. I've been wanting that fucking album for so goddamn long. Yo, make sure you guys hit that like button tonight. Ministry versus 9 Inch Nails. 9 Inch Nails. I've been a big 9 Inch Nails fan for a long time. Ministry, not so much. I mean, I've heard of them and shit like that, but I also feel like there's a lot of bands that I don't really like listen a lot to, and I usually listen to like the same old shit, and people will tell me that, but it's like, well, it's kind of hard not to when I've been listening to the same old shit my entire life, you know what I mean? So I really need to like go out and buy other shit, like I said before. Like I want to buy some Megadeth and some Anthrax and shit like that too. But that's also why I went out and I got Bush 16 Stone and Foo Fighters and shit, because I don't own any of their stuff. So I want to start buying like bands that I don't own any, you know, albums of. Yeah, Stained Unplugged would be awesome too. Honestly, I'm just hoping that live album's really good. I haven't even like listened to it on Spotify yet, just because I'm like waiting for the vinyl to come in so I can actually listen to it and like take the time to actually give a shit to listen to it and not just be like, oh, well, I've already heard it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's just so many albums that I just wish they would do that they don't do anymore. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm getting tired. It's been a long fucking day. I've been up since fucking 8 o'clock this morning. So, but I hope you all are staying safe out there, listening to some awesome music, rocking out. Love you guys. For the record, family. Marilyn Manson, Man That You Fear. Hey, that's a good one. Might have to take that one in consideration, Caesar. I think the next reaction video I'm going to do, though, is going to be a Manson video. I might have that for you guys later this week. But I just have 2 videos. I got to edit one more tonight, which I don't even know if I really even want to, but kind of have to for you guys, because I want it ready for tomorrow is really when I want to release it. So I'm going to have to get that ready, which that's on here. This is my GoPro. This thing is amazing. Any of you guys ever want a video camera, I suggest just go get a GoPro. It's probably the best thing ever. Like, it does such great video quality too at that. This is what those people use when they climb up those stupid ass cranes and shit. And I was watching this one today where this dude was like climbing down from this one crane. It was so insane. I'm like, dude, why would you do that? You're so high up, dude. Like, I wouldn't be able to move. I would just be frozen in time. I'd be like, I'm not moving. Fucking people upstairs, dude. All I hear is this dude yelling upstairs all the fucking time. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Like, if you're that miserable with your life, maybe you need to change your surroundings. I don't know. Just a fucking thought. Like, he is probably the most miserable person I've fucking ever seen in my entire life. Like, always screaming and yelling about stupid fucking shit. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Marilyn Manson Tourniquet. I love that one. That'd be a good one too. I was thinking about of the live Antichrist video also, or Apple of Sodomy. I was also thinking about. I don't know, there's a couple different ones I've been thinking of. Oh, I hate it when they does this. I said no. Don't do it to me. Don't do that to me. See how fucking fast I can do this. What's today? The 19th. 7/19. So be 108. I think that's the one. Yep, it's gotta be. Yeah, there we go. Long Hard Road Out of Hell. Yeah, that's another great one, honestly. I fucking love that song. I actually have the CD single to that too, which I think is fucking absolutely amazing. Wait. And then I think that's it, right? That's it. Alrighty then. Then we have to import. Right here.
To another episode of For the Record.
Whoa, you guys aren't supposed to hear that yet. Heh.
It's going to be
We'll go here. We'll go do that. You think he's actually the last shock rocker? Do you guys think actually Marilyn Manson's actually going to bounce back from this? Yeah, honestly, when I had my bootleg for Marilyn Manson, Mechanical Animals, I thought I was actually pretty good myself, to be honest with you. I have a feeling he will be back. You just have faith. I feel like that's the best thing we can do, is be there to support him and have faith. I feel like, because if we don't do that, then we're screwed. You know what I mean? So we just we better do our part and make sure we do it correctly. Because if we don't, you know, if we're not there in the end for him, he can fight all these charges. And pretty much that's what it comes down to. It's all about money. It ain't about anything else. I mean, there was an interview recently by like a ex-CIA member. And he was talking about being invited over to Marilyn Manson's house and how he's such a nice guy and all this, that, and shit like that. And it's stupid that, you know what I mean? That shit like that even had to happen. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, a lot of times it's just always about money, and that's really what it comes down to. If it ain't about money, it ain't about anything else. Do that. Take this, let's take that down there, bring that over here.
The bell notifications so you don't miss out on any other great videos.
Actually, gotta do this ridiculously different. Pull that one back. Hello, sweetheart.
Are you doing a live stream?
I am.
Wow, great.
Yeah, she didn't have any issues either when she dated him. I'm almost done anyway, sweethearts. Don't even worry about it. She was so in love with him, I don't fucking believe her either, honestly. I don't believe a damn word fucking any of these women say. Like, you're not gonna tell me differently either. That's just the way it is, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but at the same time, like, how are you gonna tell me that fucking, you know, he's this monster when anybody that has ever known him or ever tried to, like, make him look like a bad guy, he's just made them look stupid. And now all of a sudden, because cancel culture is a thing, because we raise fucking straight pussies these days instead of actually raising our kids to grow up in the real world, we just baby them with, you know, devices and, you know, rewards, and we reward our kids for being dumb these days, and it's just stupid. Like, I don't condone that crap. Like, as soon as my child's old enough to work, she's gonna go to work with me, and that's just the way it is. Like, I, you know, have her help me with laundry, take out the trash, you know, stuff like that. Teach her how to, like, cook, clean, do dishes, you know, shit like that. Like, that's the way it should be. It shouldn't be fucking, oh, I'm just gonna baby the hell out of my kid so my kid can do whatever the fuck. Like, no, you can not do that, and that would be great, because that's just fucked up. God damn. Now for the last part. Alright. What is that set at? Okay, sure. Cancel. Okay. Basement babies. Yeah, I pretty much think that's just the way it is, though. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. Like, you ever seen that thing where they give every kid a trophy, even the ones that didn't win? If they didn't win, don't give them a fucking trophy. Make them work hard for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they get rewarded for doing absolutely nothing. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to raise my kid to be that way. I never have, never will. My kid knows right from wrong. I fucking raised my kid to have manners. Like, my kid knows what she needs to be doing. Like, it's just stupid. But yeah, let's raise a bunch of pussies so we can have this stupid ass cancel culture shit. Like, I'm all set. But my other video is being edited right now, so it will be ready for you guys tomorrow morning. Be sure to check in at 9 in the morning. My video will be done for you guys, part 2 out of 6 vinyl record collection. I know you guys have been looking forward to it. Make sure to hit that like button. The more likes I get, the better off it is, and it helps me out, and I appreciate it, and it's free for you. But I am gonna head out here in a couple minutes, just so you guys know, because I am pretty fucking beat, and I've been making fucking videos all fucking day, so it's kind of a crazy day, and I got a lot of shit to do. Yes, thank you guys. Hit that like button. I appreciate that shit a lot more than you guys know. Like, it's crazy the amount of time that I spend to do all this shit, and yeah, you know what I mean? Like, spend a lot of time on this shit. Beer 30. Have at it, brother. Hope you have a good night, though. You too, Caesar. Hope you have a great night, buddy. Hope you all have a great night. Spend time with your family. You know, be around your loved ones. Have fun. And enjoy the time that you have. You know what I'm saying? But I love you all, like always. For the record, family, you guys are awesome. And just so you know, like, I know who the real MVPs are that watch my videos. I see every comment that you guys put down. I try to make sure to reply to almost every single comment. And I try to interact with all my fans straight up. And you guys are the best. And I couldn't ask for a better set of people to be by my side. You know what I'm saying? So I applaud you guys. Thank you so much. But I am going to head out of here for the night. I hope you all stay sick yourself and kick ass, take names, listen to some fucking new metal. But anyways, have a great night.